There, we should be now.
Let's check.
Check. Hi.
Check to see if we're live.
Should be there.
Yeah, it should be. Let's have a look.
Oh my God, I can't get any of this stuff.
Well, we are. It's saying that
There
we
we
are.
are. We are. Woohoo! Here we are. I'm trying to find us now. There we are.
There we go. Let's have a look. Damn,
No,
Julia's straight in.
Well, hello, ladies. Welcome. I am going to be reading off my iPad. And my thing right now is trying to get my settings to come up because I'm not going to be able to switch my camera. So let's take you away because I can't do it, Janet.
Mine's
oh God.
Mine's hamster wheeling.
Hey Sharon, how are you? Hey Janet. Hey Helen, thank you Helen for the stars.
There we go. We're there. Wow, that was fun.
Yeah. So right now, technical difficulties are on my part because I can't get the rest of my page up. This is fun.
Anyway, hi, I'm Janet from Whimsical Creations.
And I'm Carolyn from Known as Nutty Crafts, where everything goes crazy.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Yes. Right now, I can't get my camera. Oh my God, Carolyn. Hey, if anybody knows how to make the page a little bit smaller besides hitting those 3 dots, because it ain't working. That's all I'm saying. It ain't working.
Yeah, talking of the 3 dots. Do they come up on these pages, do they?
Well, it's up on the main page. Hey, I'm here. How you both doing?
Hi,
Chrissy,
Kirsty.
we're both doing okay. We're doing okay.
Hi, Sandra.
So
nice to see you all.
Oh my God, why can't I get out of this?
Anyway, while she's sorting her blooper bits out.
Well, my bloopers are going to be like
some pose this evening. Well, evening for me, afternoon for you.
Mm-hmm.
St. Patrick's ones are what we're going to play with today. Hi, Virginia.
Oops. Sorry. Took you off for a sec. Look, I get to play.
You've done it. Just don't let the pictures disappear off the screen.
Oh. Look what happened. Sorry. I'm just going to go back to that. Good afternoon, everybody. Hi, ladies from the UK. Hi, Sandra. How are you? All right, go ahead. You explain.
Yeah. So, just going to play around this evening with some simple bows to give you some ideas and show you how easy it is really to make them and not to be so scared. And that's all I can think of at the moment.
Yep. All right. So what we're going to use today are the easy bow makers.
So I'm going to angle you down.
I have the easy bow maker with the spool for the ribbon. She has the other one, the deluxe.
The other one.
I have this one. So we're both going to do the same thing. They're both the same. So for me, because now my computer is going wacko, I'm going to have to tilt my camera in here because I can't get my other camera up all of a sudden. Lucky me. So hopefully mine will work. So I'm just going to put Janet hopefully on the screen.
Straight in.
Wait, now I can do it.
You've done it.
Oh.
Hi, Robbie.
All right, I'm changing cameras. Don't ask me how I did that. Holy guacamole.
You've done it.
Yeah, but
because I haven't got as much technology as Carolyn has. I've got to angle my camera down. So everyone close your eyes, otherwise you'll get seasick.
That's because Carolyn's playing. There we go. Yay, I got it. Woo! Don't ask me what I did, but I got it. I'm happy now. All right, so we are going to be basically making the same bow, but we're going to just break it down step by step for you. So I'm going to let Janet talk you through the first one, and I'll talk through the second one.
Okay, so it's going to be 3 that I'm going to be using.
And look, ladies, we're using the same. Where's my camera?
Using the same ribbons.
I think it's separate. Oh yeah, we are. Well, my green's
mine's
green looks
lighter.
darker. Mine looks a little darker, but it is actually lighter. Huh? Yeah. That's wild how the camera does that.
So 2.5, 1.5, 1.5. So I'll put those to the side for now.
There we go. Sorry, I made you guys sick there for a minute. Hi, Robbie.
Yeah, so with ribbons and bows, how do you manage making your bows, everyone? Do you manage it okay, or are you got any concerns?
Yes, please ask questions.
Definitely. Right, so this one I'm going to do a tail of 8 inches. So with me, loads of people do these differently. I actually push the tail down and bring it forward, and then I turn, and I always think to myself, bottoms up. So you twist the ribbon, bottoms up, and that gives you then the loop. Come over a bit. And then I slide this piece down, and on here we've got measurements which show us obviously the loop sizes. But I want mine to be 5 because I'm going to be making this for a smaller wreath. So mine's going to be
mine at 6. So
6. So mine's going to be 5. So down, ruffle, bottoms up. Okay. And then obviously get this piece out of the way. So then you've got that piece is upside down, and there's one loop. So when we start the other loop, the dowels and the holes, I hammer them in. They come out every now and then, but you just tap them back in. Some people glue them.
Christy, I know you said you do yours by hand. So do we. Don't you do yours by hand?
Kind of. I can do simple bows by hand. But
we'll have to do some funky bows.
Not that great yet. I like this. I find this easier because it means I don't have to hold it with my hands.
Now, I don't know if you saw, I've been putting my fingers in here.
Hi, Heather. You found me. So this is another loop. So this bow, I'm going to be doing 3 loops each side.
Okay, somebody asked about the Bodabra.
This
is the Bodabra. I use both. This is the first one that I started on. Then I bought the Pro Bow. Then I have the Easy Bow Maker, just like Janet, the Deluxe. And then I have this one that makes the flowers. Then I have the 4-in-1. I have like every bow maker you can imagine. But we'll do videos on different ones for you so you can see. Sorry, my how to use them, and as well as doing them by hand. All right. So how many loops are you making on each side, Janet?
3.
Robbie, my hang up is with the different styles. I have a harder time making the one with the cross design. I cannot think of what it is called. Oh, the cross design. Let me tell you. Everybody has their own names for different things. It's like a version of the cherry bow, kind of what we're doing, or the accent bow is what it's kind of called. So I call it the crisscross, the expo. That's how I make it easier for people to understand. All right. So I'm sorry, Janet. So you were doing
okay. So I've got my 3 bottom ones on, and then here I separate.
Oh, that's right. We are doing 3. Whoopsie. Let me catch up. Sorry, I was talking.
Separate the bow, manipulate it. You can be quite rough with them to get them where you want to, so that you can bend the wires inside, which gives you the the shaping. My last loop, the last one I brought over from here across, this will be my tail, so I'm bringing it down and placing it on top of the other tail so it's out of the way. So is that okay so far?
So Janet, your last loop is the tail too. Oh, is that what the question was? Okay. Now, if you're not sure if your loops are the same, you can just hold your finger down here, bring your loops up like this, because I got different loops now, and see if they match.
Yeah. This is why it's easy with the measures on here. One thing I will say is when you do the loops, don't press the ends down because you break the wires. And when you press them, you break the wires, you don't get the bounce back. Okay.
Yes, Julie, they're the same size. Because this is our base. This is
mine are at 5. But you can see the difference in size with the loops, because I'm at 5 and you're doing yours at 6, aren't you?
Yes. Oops, the thing's twisting.
So then for the next one, tail. I do mine the same length, because sometimes it's not until you actually put it on the item that you're using the bow for that you want to decide how long you want your tails. I know sometimes it's a waste of ribbon, but it's not always a lot. So it's again 1 loop, and I'm going to go down to 4 inches on this one.
Now for me, because I'm going to be curling this loop, so I'm making my tail on this one 14 inches. So because I'm going to be curling mine up. So the longer the curl, the longer the ribbon tail, the more you have to be able to curl. So you went down to 4 inches. I'm going to go.
Thank you, Heather.
I'm going to go 4 too, because we only have 3 ribbons. How many loops are you doing on this one?
I'm doing 2 on this one.
2 on each side?
2 on each side. Sorry. So it's 4 loops, 2 on each side.
Oh, well, thank you, Heather.
No, it's not, Kirsty. That's why I like the Easy Bow Maker, because holding it all in my hands is just...
There's a trick to holding it in your hands, which would make it easier, Christy, and then instead of using your 2 fingers, because they'll cramp up and you're like, oh, there's so much to hold in there. I want one, LOL. Hi, Michelle. All right. So we got our 2 loops, sorry.
Hi, Michelle. So these loops will sit in between the 3 as I move my finger. And then with the top one, my little leprechaun. So this is a pattern with my little leprechauns all over it. And people struggle with these when they put them in the bows with the pattern. Some people aren't fussed if they all face the same way. Some people are. But I think with this one, I might do 3 each side if I've got enough.
Oh, so you're starting with the little tail in the middle. Gotcha.
Little tail.
So the reason for that, the ribbon, it was put on the spool. Where's my camera? Put on the spool. So if we were to make this a tail, you see all the guys are going to be upside down. And we don't want that. So that's why we're just putting with a little bit of a tail hanging out here, enough that it's going to catch when we tie it. You're going to make a false tail for the other one?
Might do, yeah.
I'm going to do my false tail now. Oh, we're doing 1 loop, so we can do it 1 and 1. Okay.
Right, so actually I'm going to just do 1 loop each side because I haven't got much of this ribbon because it's really sweet. So I've done 1 each side, and then when I come to do the middle, unfortunately mine's going to be facing up up the wrong way. I don't mind. So I do a small loop here. So when I've done the bow, that will actually hide the chenille stem. So it gives me a little bit of decoration. And then cut, done.
So I did mine opposite of you. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to hide my. Now you see I made what we call it. This is going to be a false tail. So I'm just going to pick up my bow like this, lay this one underneath. So that way all my guys are facing the same direction.
Okay.
And you know what, you guys, I know you said about not being a crafter. You don't have to be a crafter. You can make these bows and put them on gifts and stuff.
Yeah, they look really nice. Really big ones you can stick on your gates, on your door. Yeah. Right, so I've picked mine up off of the bow maker. I've got it in my hand. And on the bottom, I will add a chenille stem.
Oh, did you zip tie yours already?
Not yet. And then I'll put a zip tie up through the middle, through the fingers that are holding, and then come up through the top.
Now I put my zip tie in, I threaded it through. I'm going to see where my fingers are. So I threaded it through and I'm bringing it up this way rather than holding it in my fingers. And I'm just going to pull it just that wee bit tight.
Yeah, not all the way. Don't tighten it up yet because you need to have a bit of room to maneuver your ribbons to where you want them to be.
And then I'm slipping my pipe cleaner right in there now. It doesn't stick. What's it sticking on? There we go. For some reason, I like to do my bows like this. I turn them around. I don't know why, to pull all my tails down. Is that what you do, Janet?
Yeah. I sort of like manipulate it so that they all face down the same way.
Since we're doing bows, ladies, what ribbon are you obsessed with? Even if you don't make crafts, there has to be a color ribbon or that you are obsessed with, that you love.
All right. So I've got to remember where the camera is. I will get there, honestly. So there is the start. Well, near the end. Got to do the dovetailing. So that's the bow.
See, mine looks darker, but my green is the same color as yours.
Kirsty bought loads of ribbons today.
What was that? Oh, wait. Carol, you'll see.
Carol glittered. Oh, glitter. Oh, you find glitter all throughout the year. Even sometimes in your meals, if you're not careful.
In the bed, all over the place. All right. So now it's, you're going to go ahead. Are you dovetailing now?
I'm dovetailing, yeah.
So what? I don't know how you do yours. I like to start with my bottom ribbons, so I'll sometimes just flip these over.
Yeah, well,
frame here because I have the camera in a different spot. Now, what is dovetailing?
I don't know what this.
You mentioned dovetailing. What's a dovetail?
Dovetail. Sorry, I've just gone straight ahead and done them.
Or is it a ducktail?
It's a bit, isn't it?
I love all wired ribbon. Yes.
Yes.
Well, this is what this is, wired. In order to do these bows, let me go back.
Thank you, Sharon.
You have to do it in wired ribbon.
Yeah. Yeah, because, I mean, some satins, they're quite nice, but they just don't hold their shape. So obviously you fold your ribbon in half, spine bit there, wire at the top, and you cut from the spine towards the wire, and then that gives you the the dovetail.
No, I dovetailed my plaid one on the bottom, but these ones, because I'm curling them, I've cut them opposite in like a V, so they're like a V when they made up, because these are the ones I'm going to be curling.
And then what you do?
I got a thing for the same in what? I got a thing for the same in min. What's that mean? What's min mean?
At the minute, she's got the same thing at the minute. Just wide ribbon. Everyone just loves wide ribbon. It becomes. I don't know if you saw at the beginning, both of our rooms. I'm sure we'll show you at the end. Our back wall. So there is my bow with the tails. Obviously, I don't know how long I want them, so I've left them as they are at the moment. But what I do is I put my fingers. I've got this camera. Get used to it. Where are we?
Shift to your right.
There we
are. You're right.
My left. So
you're right. Shift to your right.
Get it between your fingers. That's my right. Yeah, there. And just run it through, and it will give it a nice curl.
Let's see. I've curled mine up. So now what I want to do is I want to uncurl them. This one came uncurled. See if I could do this backwards. And if you remember, my mom used to put my hair in rags to curl my hair when I was a kid. I can't do this upside down, y'all. I have to do it my way. Sorry.
Yeah, it is, Kirsty. There are some ribbons that are really, really expensive, and you just use them. It's like with this one, obviously it's dearer than the plain, so you just use it like less, so you've got more of it.
This one will curl right.
Julie.
Wait, I'm coming, Mom.
That's right. No, I'm just looking at the questions. Julie, if you go on to Wreath Makers UK, there's usually posts at the top that people sell their ribbons, but I shall give you some links later of places that sell in the UK. They sell ribbon.
All right, so that's me bow, but you can, where am I? You can add. So I have these. So in here, because I don't want the pipe cleaner to show, so I'm going to add, I can open my little box. I have these little clovers. I have a dark one and a light one. I think I'm going to use the light one. And all I'm going to do is just glue it in here. I already have my glue gun going. Now I can lay it down or I could stick it up. You could also use, maybe I might
so this is where my middle one came in to hide.
I have, these are styrofoam balls. So I could use a little oh, I like the ball better. Oops, go back in the box. So I'm just going to stick this baby, just some hot glue, stick it right on the middle. So when you stick it, just make sure your ribbons are where you want them to be, because if not, once that glue, if it hits it, that's it, baby.
And the good thing about the ribbons as well, with having all these layers, is you can glue things into them, like florals. You can put them in to enhance the wreaths and add extra pieces to your ribbons. When you do bows put on lanterns, you can glue in there as well, or attach the bow to picks. There's loads of things that you can use bows for.
There we go.
So what's everyone's favourite time to decorate? What's your favourite season? I like Christmas because it's up for a long time.
You know, I used to not like Halloween, I'll be honest. But now I've gotten to Halloween as far as me. Christmas, yep. Christmas is a good one. Halloween, I like all the glitter. You know, that's what I like about it.
Yeah.
It just makes it, you know, with all the glitter going on, all the fun that comes with that, you know, just it's like all festive and stuff. So, But then I get tired of the glitter being all over the place. And then it's like, okay, we need to switch to something else. But that doesn't mean you can only use glitter. What? Everybody thinks glitter at Halloween,
Oh no.
Christmas. And that's, for me being in America, 4th of July, we do like that. Then in the moments I lost my
Oomph.
Her oomph. I was like, Umpton, what? Is this an Irish way of talking compared to an American way?
No, it just means that she's lost her mojo. Oh, can't be bothered.
Well, I'm going to hang this up behind me, but I'm going to do it so maybe you don't see my butt hanging out. So I'm just going to stick this up here for right now. There we go. Oops. Okay. There we go. So you can see somebody asked about talking about the ribbon. The rock.
I'll show you at the end mine.
Yeah. All right. So Janet, what should we do now?
Let's do another one.
Yay!
What should we do? Let's do another St. Patrick's one.
Oh, good. So let me switch my camera.
As if you didn't have it already.
I didn't. I was looking at me.
So we pulled out another one. Very similar again. But I've gone for plain, shiny.
A lot of glitter.
A lot of bling. Bling
Mine
bling.
only has glitter in the gold and in the clovers. So I'm sticking to this, girly.
I think this one I'm going to do what I call a bow tie one.
Wait, what are you doing? Which one?
A bow tie, I think.
Okay. I'm going to make the same bow that I did with the other one because the other one is more light green. This has a little bit glitter on it. This is like a natural back here.
Yeah.
So, and again, I have hats. Got to make them go the same way. So I'm going to do 14-inch tail on mine.
I'm doing 7 on mine.
Okay. The reason why I'm making my tails long is because these are bows that, not that what Janet is doing the same thing, that they can go on wreaths, they can hang on lampposts, put them on your banisters or staircase. What's your trick for doing these in your hand? Okay. I will show you.
Don't ask me. I'm still learning myself.
Right, in the hand. So let me get my tail. Hold on. So my tail is here. Crunch it up. Most people want to hold the bow in their thumb and finger, just like this. Don't look at the manicure, okay? Let me just say, these are crafting hands, okay, ladies?
Yeah.
No. But instead of holding it in your fingers, push it to the back of your hand like this. This way your hand won't cramp. Then you can make your loop. Now, in doing this, because it's the first loop, I'm going to use it here, and I'm going to do the same thing I did on the last one. I'm going to make mine 12 inches again. So I'm measuring out 12 inches on length. I'll do this one by hand. I say that now, right? So I made my first loop. So now it's in my hand, just like that. Bring my other one over on top. So Janet's going to be making the same bow that we just made, right? Janet?
I'm watching you. I'm learning.
And then I bring these up to make sure I have them on the same length. My thumb is in the middle. That's my middle point. And I'm just pushing them together. I'm going to do the same bow that I just made. So here I can measure my loops out this way, or I can bring it back up. And put that out of my way. To doing it like this again.
See, I struggle with these because I always feel like my tail should be the same side as the tail that's there.
Yeah, but see, you can bring your tail underneath.
Okay.
Is what it is. And then you'll be bringing it, down in the front.
I've got you. Yeah.
Right now, all you're doing is just making your loops. So again, oh, see, I was talking. I didn't make this loop the same size. Guys, you will notice with my loops, sometimes one size does come out longer than the other. So I have to go back and I have to check it. And usually I'll do that at the end. So I got 2 loops on there. I got 1 more loop to make.
So that's why when you tie them, you don't tie them tight. Because if you feel like one is out, you've got the chance then to put it back.
Now, see, I'm looking for the way my hat is falling. This way would be upside down on this one. So I'll twist that one later. All right. So this is going to be my bottom of my bow, okay, Christy. So I'm just going to put it in here for right now to make my life a little bit easier on the camera. So I got all my hats. Now, see, this one's upside down. Whoopsie. Hold on. Let me go back. Back up 1, Caroline. Back up 1. Hold, please. So that one I got. Say again?
You didn't twist them, did you, when you put them in your hand, or did you?
No, these are not twisted. There's no way to twist this one.
Okay.
Because it's my tail. You know, it's going to be my tail. So on this one, I'll make that my false bow. If I had it twisted in here, because if you notice, all my hats on this side are facing one way, and all my hats on this side are facing the other way. So, but if you actually look at it, the hats are facing the same way. Here's the bottom of the hat. So they're all facing in the same direction, if that makes sense.
Okay.
But if I twisted them, I'll twist this one halfway. Then my hats are going to be opposite. Where's the camera? But I'm okay with them being just like that because it is uniform. Make sense?
Yep. Does to me. Is that okay, girls?
So because this one has the hat, I'm going to make this one a false tail. And where's my last loop? So I'm going to take it back 1. I'm going to take it back 1 loop. And then this one, I'm going to measure it down to be the same length. And then do my 12 inches on here. So that way my 2 tails will make my tail the same length here.
So everything looks like it faces the same way.
Yes. See how good my loops are. See how close I am to 6, which I'm not on that side. I think I'm going to make this more a 5-inch bow than a 6. And let me cut this last piece off underneath. Now I'll show you what I do too, like because I don't want these little pieces sticking out, and I'll show you at the end what I do with those. So does that help, Christy? Christy? Or anybody, everybody? Oops. Hey, Darlene. Hey, Melody. Hey, Rayon Penny. Okay. So that's that one. Of course, I had to show you with one that had a One Direction design on it. It was not a good idea.
It's a short one.
But I can do it with this. I'm going to turn, I have my bow maker upside down. Okay. So then for me, the same thing. This is going to be a ribbon that I curl. So I want my tails to be long again. So I can use my table here. I'm going to make this 14 inches. I'm going to put it in. This is really nice because this has, it's glitter on this side and then it's a metallic on this side. So it's nice when it shows through. You see something as compared to this, you see just blank on the other side. So it kind of makes a nice.
Mine are the same. Mine are glitter both.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Probably got it from the same place I did.
No, I actually got this from Costco.
Oh, did you really? Oh,
Yeah.
Mine came from Cracked Outlet. All right. So tail is in. Some people will do it up here. Let me switch. And they'll twist it and put it in. I like to slide my ribbon in and then twist it halfway.
Yeah, that's how I do mine.
So since this is 5 inches, I'm going to make this about 4. And again, I twist it halfway. I use my fingers to make sure here. If you can't see the numbers that are on here, use your mat. Your mat's just as fine. So I'll pick a spot on my, on my numbers here. So let's say here's my 20. Oh, let me go the other way so you guys can see. So I have it set on 15 right now going here. And then I can just measure 4 down from that. And I've done that as well. Now there is a new Easy Bow Maker out. But if you want to use that one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 11. You can go ahead and purchase that. I think you can only get it online. Again, so we're doing 3 loops on the bottom, 3 loops on the bottom, and 2 on top. Is that what you did?
Doing, no, one, and I'm doing the bow tie one.
Okay.
So tail, so that one's a 5. That one's just over 4, and then I will do this one at 3.
Now, if your ribbons are really stiff, when we get to the end, I'll show you how to break them, as we call it, to make it easier to fix once you're all tied up. So that's our gold one. Gotta have the lucky gold. Hopefully.
That's a nice gold, actually.
Well, in the pot of gold, right?
Definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
All right, so now I got my other glitter. I'm going to do this the same length that I did the gold one. Put it in halfway around. Twist. And this one I'm going to bring in at we're going to do 2 inches on this one. And the reason why you want to do them shorter than the other one is because you want to see, let me do it this way. You want to see the one that's on the bottom. You want to see the next one. And then, of course, the last one. So it's kind of like, like a waterfall or like a pyramid effect.
So you put your zip tie under, don't you, as you lift your ribbon?
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. You could do it your way where you pick it all up. I
pick up, then I put in.
You can even take your chenille set pipe cleaner and you could thread it through in the beginning as well. I like to put it in at the end personally. Oops, wrong way. So it's just whatever you feel comfortable doing is all that it is.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone does them differently. That's what I mean. You just find the easiest way without dropping it all.
Yeah. Believe you me, sometimes I would make some bows and they would be huge. What's going on here?
Yeah.
And I drop it and everything. And you're like, good God, when you were taking it out.
And Kirsty. I mean, I don't know if Carolyn wants to make another one after this or if we do that on another live.
This is 3 layers. Look, I got a little flower stuck to me.
See, and there's my little bow tie. Class as a bow tie because it just. This is where I can put an embellishment in there.
So see what Janet did, instead of pulling hers all apart, she did them just layered on top so that they just look like a bow tie layered on top.
Yeah.
So again, spread it. Oh, look, I'm not even paying attention. I was already putting my bow together and I forgot to cut the ribbon off of it. It's getting hot in my room here, so because I wear a sweater. Go figure. So I got. So
when you do your dovetailing, do you actually do yours separate, or do you put your wires together that are the same style?
Ooh, what do you mean?
So with mine, I put both tails on top of each other.
Oh, you can. It's a preference.
Yeah.
I usually do each one. That's just me. But you can. It doesn't matter. I'm going to show you how I fix those things. So if your ribbon is a stiff ribbon, let me fix this one here. If your ribbon is stiff, we call it breaking. And what you do is you just take it and you do this. And it breaks it at the base here, so it makes it easier for you to maneuver your ribbon around. Now, I got to get my happy fingers out because I'll burn my fingers on this. Those of you who don't know me, these are called, what are these? I call these my happy fingers.
Happy fingers.
They're finger guards. They're silicone. That's the word. And you can put them on your fingers. So if you're using hot glue, you don't burn your fingers. I like the bow tie. That's pretty.
It's simple, but it's effective.
Yep.
And you don't use a lot of ribbon either. If you've got some ribbons that you're really, I really like that, I don't want to use a lot of it, or you've got a lot of projects that need to match, this is ideal to spread your ribbon, that you've got enough.
Now here's that little piece that was sticking out because when I cut the tail. So I'm going to glue it right to the back of this one. So that way when the ribbon, it's not this little piece flopping around like that. Do you have to do this? No. Let me move this ribbon out of my way. I don't necessarily, like on the other one, I didn't have to do it on because of the way it was really hidden good. If that makes sense. Just pull it apart. Try to match it up as best as I can. And where do my happy finger go? And I just press them together. Oh yeah, cat is same ribbon. Yes, Captain, you can use all the same ribbons on the same. All doesn't matter. You can make your bow whatever you want it to be. It's up to you. Let's see, I got another one here. Here's the other one. So I'll do the exact same thing and put my happy fingers on. I call them happy fingers so my fingers don't get burnt. So happy. But
then you tend to use the fingers that you haven't got any on.
I know.
And burn enemy. Was it bad connection?
Who said bad connection? Robbie, you have to go in and go out. Or just wait and we'll come back on. I haven't seen it come up as a bad connection at any time. Have you?
Oh. No, I've not frozen my end, but there's my bow tie.
That. Look, why are you always finishing before me? I talk too much.
I didn't have as much ribbon.
You had 3 layers. Oh yeah, I did. I did do more.
Yeah. Can you see it now, Robbie? Is it all right? Oh no. I think it's a Facebook glitch.
It is. Everybody's having the same problem. We're not the only one. And it's been going on for a couple of weeks now. Yeah. I really think almost a month. It seems like a month. And there's nothing we can do. Just hope they work it out.
Thank you, Robbie.
All right, so I'm going to roll these up again. These stiff ones are really good because they will really hold their shape, as you could see.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice little ringlets.
Yeah. I'm almost there. I'm so slow. That one I crunched in the middle. Now, the tighter you make this, the tighter your things will be, your curls. And they don't have to be perfect. They're not going to be the same.
What's the best technique then of pulling them out?
Okay, so sometimes, and I'll show you, when you pull these out, I call it the mustache. They kind of go out. See how this one, let me go. This one's hanging like straight down, right? So I call this the mustache. It's just my name. I don't know what they call it. It's just, and it will go out literally out to the side, the two of them, and it will look like, they're out to the side like this. Yeah. So if it does that, what I try to do is I'll pull it then from the inside to make it go more straight down. So if that makes sense. Yeah. But sometimes you just have to fool around with your ribbon and position it to where you want. The longer your tails are, the easier it will be. Because the shorter they are, you get more of a mustache too. And that's what I feel. So that be it, mambo.
Pretty.
A little bit of glitter. Now again, I want to cover up my center. What did you cover up your center with? Anything?
I haven't done mine because this is for a wreath that I'm going to be making. So I don't know what I'm going to do. It'll probably be either a gold glitter ball, a green one, or a shamrock.
I'm going to go with a ball again. I like my little balls. What can I say? And it's just enough. This is a darker green one. The other one was a lighter green. And it just goes a little something in the middle there. Oh, I guess I could have put a gold one in there.
You could put a gold one in.
I didn't think about that. Well, the glue one's in there now. The green one, rather. It's glued.
Okay.
So it ain't going anywhere. All right. So that's our bows for today. Wait, let me switch my cameras now that I don't know how I got this thing to work again. So funny.
That was that one.
You switch yours? There I am.
Are you still there?
Come back.
Have you frozen?
There we are. See? Oh, let me get mine. Put it on the wall. I'll put it on the wall of fame.
Right, I'm going to move the camera. Careful, everyone.
Careful. Get seasick.
Careful. Ooh.
These are mine.
These mine.
So longer tails, and she did shorter tails. It doesn't matter what you want to do. Which way I got to go? I got to go this way. I have one tail. Wrong bow.
Thank you, Robbie, for coming in and watching.
Yes, thank you, everyone. Hey, listen, you guys, you see what's scrolling along the bottom there? Those words. Please go ahead and do that. We'd like to reach our goals of having some lovely people come visit us all the time. I'm trying to think which way I want to hold these. I don't know which way. They're big bows.
Oh, thanks, Heather. Yeah, it's it's not the color that I wanted, but it's yeah.
I love your hair.
Yeah, well, Heather's got lovely hair. She coloured it the other day, and it's a colour that I've always wanted to go, but I've never been brave enough. And I said I was going to do it, but I couldn't find the colour, so I had to use this one.
And it looks beautiful.
Thank you.
She did it while we were chatting on thing. It was funny. Hi, Carolyn. We'll have to watch the replay. You keep going in and out. Sorry, Cindy. I can't do anything about it. It's evidently Facebook being, they're dingling people. I don't mean to be disrespectful. But it's everybody's. No matter what program I use or we use, it's happening to every program that we use.
Everyone's Facebook Live, they're freezing, or they're saying, interruptions. And
and it's not.
It's frustrating. But as you can see, what we were saying about our ribbon obsessions.
Yes. That's only some of them. I don't know about Janet, but I have a lot more that you don't see that are in front of me.
This is what I class as seasonal.
There.
And it's
there's
there,
more
there.
Yeah. Over there. It's all over the place. So, but, okay. Does anybody have any questions on what we did? We try to do something simple in the sense, because a lot of people, we'll do some other bow tutorials and just trying to do some simple, I say simple, just a layering effect, not with all the tails going out in all different directions, which we'll do. We have no problem with doing that. But to give everybody kind of a basic bow that they can kind of work off of.
Thank you for joining, Heather.
Yeah. I'm glad I got to see you all.
So what do we do next then? Any suggestions from anyone?
Next?
Not now. Next live.
Hold on. There we are. We're back. I don't know. What can we do next? We'll have to decide, and we'll post it on our pages.
No suggestions from anyone then. That's all right then.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you guys can suggest if you want us to make a different bow, if you want us to make a wreath. We have some other things we want to do and plan that we can do.
Yeah.
This is the one thing. You have a bow, and I'm going to sit here all day now and just like pull everything every which way. And it's called Walk Away.
Some signs.
Some signs.
Some signs. See, I can do mine because my cricket's here, but yours is in a different room. So.
Oh, well, I can bring all my stuff in there.
Yeah.
We can put some signs. Heather, does she have a cricket, Heather? Is that what you're talking about?
No, she doesn't.
Oh.
That's the one that I've just made a sign for and sent it off to her.
Oh. Well, yes, we can make some signs. We can do that because I got some signs I want to make. I just haven't made them yet.
It's getting the time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to say goodbye. And I'm going to say thank you for coming to Known as Nutty Crafts.
And thank you for coming for Whimsical Creations.
And please, as you see that scrolling down there, please, if you wouldn't mind doing any of that, we would greatly appreciate it.
Yeah.
Bo Dave's bows? What's a Bo Dave's bow?
Oh, is it a Bo Dabra? No. Bo Dave's.
Oh, no.
Bo Dabra. She wants you to do one on the Bo Dabra.
Oh, no. Can't do like you cleverly. Yeah, Heather, you can. Bo Dabra. Yes, I have a Bo Dabra. I can do it. Yeah. I can do a Bo Dabra. Not a problem. We got it.
I think actually the Bo Dabra is really just this.
Mm-hmm. It's the same thing.
So it's just the two posts. So it's the same as what we've done on our easy bows.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Just that you don't have the measurement. You have measurements on here, the ruler. Yes, you don't. Yeah. But you can do that. No problema. All right, ladies.
So is this time okay for everybody? Is it, is it all right? Is this day fine?
Yeah, what day or what time is better? Now, we have a 5-hour difference between her and me.
Yeah, so not too early in the morning for Carolyn.
Yeah. But see, if we go late at night, for me, it's 7 o'clock, you'll be snoozing and losing, girlfriend.
Yeah, I will be snoozing.
Yeah, just write in the comments when you guys get a chance if there's a specific day or time. And, we try to work at, the best we can. We went on a different time today to see if that worked better for everybody and stuff. Yeah. Yes, I think that's where I'm going wrong. It's the side.
Oh, you need a mat. You need a measure mat underneath, or you need a tape measure. Either side of the Bo Dabra. That's where she's going wrong. Her town measurements aren't. Because on our easy bow, we've got the measurements here, haven't we?
Yes, ma'am.
So I think that's where she's getting stuck.
We'll figure it out for you, Julie. We'll get it. We'll get you going. We'll get you going. All right, ladies, we're going to sign off and say goodbye for now. And you'll have to look for another post. But go ahead and write in comments, if there's a time. We'll see if we can work it out a different day, or something with everybody. All right? Y'all take care.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.